Good morning and welcome to my channel. If you've not been with me before, my name is Stella and I actually learnt the tarot during lockdown. I've had a very long spiritual journey and I actually learnt the tarot in one weekend. I was just called to get up in the morning and to learn tarot, and it's been absolutely wonderful. Just to let you know that I'm also a qualified hypnotherapist and I do past life regression and also regression where you can connect to your lover's soul and ask them questions, which is fascinating. So the question today for the tarot is, what does he want to tell me? What does he want to say to you? So if you just want to have a look at these cards, and this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. So if you just want to have a look at these cards for a moment, take a breath and see which one resonates with you. Okay, so let's have a look at pile 1. So this is for everyone that chose pile 1. And the question is, what does he want to tell you? What does he want to say to you? So let's have a look at these cards. The Emperor, the Hermit, he's watching you online. The Four of Wands. The Queen of Wands. The Nine of Pentacles. The Page of Cups and the Hierophant. So let me just take a moment to have a look at this and see what he wants to tell you. Okay, let's start with this. I know you can't see this card because it's one that I actually drew myself, but it's the Emperor. So what he's saying to you is, he's kind of saying, look, I'm this type of man. I'm the type of man that likes stability in my life. I'm the type of man that likes to be organized. I'm the type of man that likes to have a lot of authority and control in my life. I'm the type of man that is very disciplined in my life. And he's saying, and right now he's saying, I just want to be on my own right now. I just want to be on my own. But can you see that star? The Hermit. Okay, can you see the star in the lantern? You see, he's saying to you, I just want to be on my own just now. Okay, he's angry. He's angry about the situation. Even if he caused the situation himself, there's something about you that has rocked his world. You've rocked his stability, okay? And he needs to think about this. And he's saying to you, I want to be on my own right now, but I'm thinking about you. You're my star. You're my guidance star. And I just need to think about what's happened. And I need to think about what I've done. And what he's saying is, I really miss you. I really miss you. And I'm looking at you on social media and I just have so many regrets over the way that I handled this situation. I can see your beauty. I can see what an amazing woman you are. I can see what I've given up, and I don't know what to do at the moment. I don't know what to do at the moment. I'm just going to retreat because I'm strong normally, but I just need to retreat. And I just can't stop looking at you and watching you, and I just don't know how to come forward. And what I really wanted with you was this beautiful, happy home. This is the Four of Wands. So some people call it the twin flames because there's 2 wands here and 2 wands here, like the 1111. And actually in this reading, I really do feel this is the case, that you were twin flames, but you were so different. You were so different that in some way you destabilized his life. Not because you were toxic in any way. It's more just your energy was just so different from his. And that's what happens in a twin flame union. And this card also, let me not skip over the twin flame bit. That's what happens in the twin flame union. You both have different energies, and when they come together, they are the perfect energies to come together. But each person is so different, the energies are so different, that when they're trying to merge, it causes each person to look at their lives and rethink their lives. So the opposing energies are very beautiful, so it's very appealing. You know, if someone's very stable, it's very appealing. If you're not so stable, if you've got a more free-flowing life. And so it's really lovely to have a stable person. If you've got a lot of stability in your life, it's really lovely to have a free-flowing energy around you. And I'm getting a message here that it's really important, you know, like if you have split up and you just think, oh, well, they'll just move on to someone else, blah, 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 and all the rest of it. And you're just thinking of it in purely physical terms about, you know, is she more beautiful? Is she, you know, more sexy? Has she got a better body and stuff like that? The message that I'm getting is that sometimes we have in us an essence and something very particular about us that no other person can emulate. So we don't realize this. And I think if you think about your emperor, you know, there'll be things about him that you just, you know, that combination of things that you just love. And when he walked into the room and the energy was around him, you know, that was unique to him. And you're not going to find that with another person. You might find something else that you like in this other person, but you know that we all have this very special essence, and you had that very special essence, and he can't just replace you very easy. So he's saying to you, I just need to take time, and I'm watching you online, and I'm looking at your beautiful photos, and I'm looking at who you are, and oh, I'm feeling it. And he's saying, oh my God, I'm feeling it. And he's saying, you're so far away from me. You're out of my reach, and I really wanted this. I really, really wanted this. I wanted like a happy home. I wanted a fantastic relationship. I wanted to celebrate our love with friends. I wanted to have open doors to everybody where everyone could come and enjoy our amazing life together. So what we've got up on the top here, he's saying, this is how I saw you, which is the Queen of Wands. And he's saying, I just saw you as this beautiful, sexy woman. He's saying, no, let me change that. He's saying, you are just such a beautiful, sexy woman to me. You are a queen to me. You are, if I had the chance to tell you, I just think that you're just amazing in the way that you approach life, the way that you have got like a really expansive mind, the way that you look at things is just so different to the way that I look at things. And you have an energy, and I find you very dynamic, and he sort of finds you like, even if you're a low energy person, he kind of finds you a high energy person because of the way that you move around life. Okay, he's kind of fascinated with the life that you've been living. And he's saying to you, oh my goodness, he's saying, you are, in my eyes, you're just so independent, and you are so like stable financially. And I feel like you don't need me. I feel like you don't need me in your life. And you're just going to go off and create a wonderful life for yourself. And he's saying, hold on a second. And he's saying, what is it that I need to offer you? Because you seem to have everything that you want. You seem to have everything. How can I offer you more? He's not sure what he can offer you because he sees that you've got everything. And he's saying to you, I really want to come forward and I really want to offer you my cup of love. Hold on a second, let me just get this. He's saying, I don't want to swear, he's effed up, right? He's messed things up and big time, and he just wants to come back in. And he's saying, I want to offer you my cup of love. My cup of love is overflowing for you. And even though I'm not in your life just now, this cup of love is really hurting me. It's really hurting me. I feel really sad about the situation. It's really, really hurting me. And this one is a bit difficult for me. I need to pull a card on that just because it's got several meanings. It's about marriage and it's about different cultures and it's about tradition. Oh, hold on, I am getting a message about that. It's all of those. It's all of those. Just bear with me a second. Let's see what he's saying. Yeah, okay. He's saying that I really want to offer you my cup of love, and if I had the chance, I would marry you. I really think, he's saying, I really think you're marriage material. Excuse me, I just need to blow my nose. Sorry about this. Do apologise. I think people are cutting grass and there's a lot of dust in the air here in Italy at the moment. Okay, he's saying to you, I really see you as marriage material, and I would love to marry someone like you. I'd love to marry someone like you. But he's also saying that you have different cultures and you have different traditions. The way that you live life is very, very different. And he's not saying it's a negative. He's just saying that it has its plus and minuses. You know, he's saying, you know, I just feel like you're not going to be around for very long, and he just feels like he's saying that this is my culture, this is the way that I am, and it's very different to you. On one hand, he's sort of saying that's the thing that I love about you, you know, that I just find you completely fascinating. You're just not like any other woman that I've met. But on the other hand, our cultures maybe keep us apart a little bit. And he's saying that I'm sorry that I can't give you what you want. I want to give you what you want, but I'm sorry I can't give you what you want, because I have an addiction. I have an addiction here, and it's causing problems in my life. And in some ways, he's saying, you know, I'm addicted to you. I'm addicted to you as well, and I know this, and I'm not sure that I can give you the happiness that you're looking for. But he said, you know, what he would really love to do for you is just bring in a really beautiful offer. He says, I really want to give you everything. I really want to give you everything, but I know that I'm not a perfect person. and maybe I'm going to spoil this cup of love because of my addictions. And what I feel like, although the cards weren't directly related, the top cards weren't directly related, I really feel like he wants to manifest this with you. He wants to manifest this loving union, but he just can't. He's just not available to do that. Let me just find out about these cards here. What does he want to say? What does he want to say? What does he want to say about this addiction and the love that he's feeling? What does he want to say? What does he want to say? Let's have another card. What does he want to say, please? What does he want to say? Could I have one card, please? What does he want to say about his addiction? What does he want to say? Just waiting for a card. Just bear with me. I'm just waiting for a card here. Ah, okay, we've got some. Okay, let's have a look. Okay. So what he's saying at the moment as well, he's saying that, let me see if I can find the right card for you. It might be in another pack already. He's saying that he's heartbroken. He's saying, I'm really heartbroken. I'm mentally, physically and emotionally heartbroken at the moment. And I feel like you're not available to me. You're not available to me. I feel like you've blocked yourself off from me. And he says you're not available to me sexually. You're not available to me sexually anymore. You're not available to me. Your heart's not available to me. I really feel like your heart's not available to me. And I'm out in the cold here. I'm out in the cold here. And what I really wanted with you is that I wanted to plan a future with you. I wanted to take things steady. I wanted to take things easy. I wanted to take my time. Let's just see if he's got regret over his actions. Let's just put another. I'm just going to put another deck of cards in. I'm just putting another deck of cards in just to get a fuller reading. What does he want to say about his actions? Let's just see if he feels... Sorry for the sniffles. I've woken up with a bit of a summer cold this morning. What does he want to say about his actions? What does he want to say about his actions? Let's just see what he wants to say about his actions. What does he want to say about his actions? What does he want to say about his actions? Let's see. What does he want to say about his actions? What does he want to say about his actions? What does he want to say about his actions? Just have a card, please. Thank you. I know you will guide my hands. I know you will guide my hands. I know you will guide my hands. Okay. What does he want to say about his actions? Okay. He's saying, I do feel like he's not taking much responsibility for whatever happened. He's saying, twice he's saying to you, I see you as this really independent woman. I don't know what I can give you. You seem to have everything. I think he's saying, I've tried to give you everything that I have. And he is having sleepless nights over this. And he wants to have clear communication. He wants things to move forward with you. I almost feel like he's saying, I tried to tell you how I was feeling. And I feel like he's also, he really wants to move to calmer waters with you. He really wants to move to calmer waters, but he's sort of not taking responsibility. He's kind of saying, he's saying, I can't go into my heart space with this. You know, I have to look at what happened in a logical manner. Underneath, I really do know what I did. I do know my part in this. I do know that I need to transform parts of myself. I need to change parts of myself. And I did see that soft side of you. You know, you did touch my heart. That soft side of you did touch the softer side of me. But I can't help but come out just as this emperor and this king of swords, because that's who I am. You know, that's my culture. That's how I was brought up. But underneath, I do have so much love for you. I have so much love for you. I have so much that I wanna give you, but I can't express it, because when I try to express myself, it just comes out as logical. And one of the ways that I want to show you how I feel is that I would give you a physical thing. That's how I express myself. I'm unable to speak about affairs of the heart easily. So just to summarize, he at the moment just feels very much stuck in his own personality, and he's not bending, and he just wants to retreat for a while. But while he's retreating, he's watching you on social media, and he's thinking about you, and he's missing you, and he has regrets, and he's missing this happy home, this happy connection of what you could have had together, and the celebration of your love that you had together, or your celebration of your relationship. And he wants to come forward, and, you know, in the ideal world, he'd love to be married to someone like you. He'd love to be married to someone like you. And he really wishes he could manifest that. But he's got this addiction going on, which is causing problems. He's probably addicted to you, but he also has his own addictions, which would make this very, very difficult. And he knows that. And he knows that you know that, because you're this independent, sorted woman, and you're not going to put up with any rubbish. You know, he's shown this side to you, and you're like, no. Okay, so he's really feeling that. So he just wants to take his time at the moment, but that's what he wants to say to you just now. And yes, he does want to come forward. He does want to come forward. Okay, pile number 1, I hope you found that useful, and it was a pleasure to do the reading for you. Just excuse me 1 minute. Okay, and this is for those that chose pile number 2. So let's see. And the question is, what does he want to say to you just now? What does he want to say to you just now? What does he want to say to you just now? What does he want to say to you just now? Okay, wow, okay. So what he wants to say to you just now is this. He wants to say to you, this is the Page of Swords, he wants to say to you, I want to communicate with you, you know, I want to come in really swiftly and communicate with you, and I want to make things clear between us. I want our communication to be better. And on this card, I don't know if you can see it, it's like blue skies and the clouds are dashing across the sky, and there's a lovely breeze. You know, he wants to clear things away. He's saying, I really want to come forward to you just now. And he's saying, I know there's been a storm between us. I know there's been a storm between us, but he feels like that storm is now clearing. And he really hopes that that storm is clearing. And he's saying that he really wants to celebrate the love that you had. Let me just put it in his words. He's saying, I realise the love that we had together, you know, and how beautiful it was when it started out and how happy we both were. And he's saying that he's saying that he wants to go towards calmer waters. This is all going towards calmer waters. He says, I want to go towards calmer waters. I'm a very logical man, but I do have a softer side to me. Let's just change that card for this one. He's saying, I do have a softer side to me. I understand. I can see your beauty. I can feel your beauty, but I tend to communicate in a logical way. You see the blue here and the blue. And he's saying, what he wants to say to you is, I really want to kiss you. I really want to kiss you, even if it means technically I would be cheating to do this, but I really want to come forward and kiss you. I'm thinking about kissing you. I'm thinking about our time together. And although I said the top card doesn't relate to the reading, in this case it does. He wants to come in as the King of Wands. He's feeling very passionate towards you. And the King of Wands, I don't know if you can see his hair's all flying. And they look like little horns actually. Is because he likes to act quickly. His passion is hot and fiery like fire. And what he's saying is, I really want to come in. I really miss this passion with you. And I just wish that we could heal everything, you know. I wish we could just sweep away the sadness, you know, with a beautiful, you know, like a summer rain, you know, see these two leaves, that's you and him. And he's saying, can't we just wash everything away, you know, and just find our love again? Can you see the little love heart? He's saying that I really enjoyed our time together. It was really beautiful. Can you see these two pink cards here? He's saying it was really beautiful. And look here, wow. He's saying, we're a couple, you and me. He's saying, we're a couple. Can you see? He's looking at her, but she's looking away. And he's saying, why have you put this boundary up with me? Why have you put this boundary up with me? I want you. Look, we're perfectly matched. We're perfectly matched. I want to come forward, but you're not looking at me. You see, she's turned away from him. Can you see the Queen's looking away and he's looking at her? And he's saying that, this is quite a strange one. He's saying, I know I was deceptive. I know I was deceptive with you. I know I went about things the wrong way with you. But I wish I could get things back on track. I think he's also saying, I know I went the wrong way about things with you, but it's kind of the only way that I know how to do things. I don't really know any other way. Let's see if we can get more information here about this Seven of Swords. So I do feel in this situation there was a third party situation, and maybe you were the third party. Wow, I've had 3 cards just pop out. It's quite interesting. He's saying, you know, he's saying despite my deceptive ways, the way that I operate, I had such an enormous amount of love for you. Even if I didn't show it, I really felt that I was really in love for you. And what happened is that he's saying I started to see other options, okay, and this is why I was deceptive. And I kind of wanted to go off and celebrate and indulge myself with these other options. But it was really short-lived, because now I just feel like I'm out in the cold from you. You know, because you turned away because of my deception. That's what he's saying. Let's just see. I'm quite intrigued what else he wants to say to you. Does he have regret over his actions? What does he want to say about his actions? I think he's saying it backfired on him. What he thought was a freedom, of other options is actually backfired on him. And now what he's feeling is that he's got competition where you're concerned. He feels like he was thinking about himself in this scenario when he was looking at his options of other women, okay? He's been foolish. I sort of hearing the words, he's been foolish. He was acting like a young man, a silly boy, and he thought he had lots of options, and he wanted to go and have fun, basically. And then he realised that now he's out in the cold now. And now he's worried that you've got options. He's worried that there's competition and he's going to have to fight for you. That's what he's worried. And I just want to see if he's got any regret or remorse over his actions. Does he have regret? Yeah, I feel like this card has a lot of meanings, but he feels like he's been foolish, really naive about what he's done. This one. Yeah. He's saying, I'm sorry, I've been really foolish. I've been really naive. I even feel like he's saying the season changed, you know, the summer came and I like to enjoy myself in the summer. I don't want to feel tied down. You know, the summer is about having fun. And he says, I wanted to go off on a journey by myself and enjoy being young and foolish and reckless and, you know, and feel alive. He wanted to feel alive. It's not that you didn't make him feel alive. There's some circumstances in his life where he didn't feel alive in some aspects of his life, which had nothing to do with you. And he's saying, and now I've got to defend my position. You know, he feels like now he's got to fight. Now he's got to fight for what he's lost. He said, I'm fighting for what I've lost. It's really hard, he said, to be up here on my own now. I just want to see if he felt he reaped the rewards of, you know, of going off and having these options. What do you want to say about going off and having your options? What I'm feeling is that he's saying, I've done what I've done. Oh, he regrets it big time. He regrets it big time. Okay. He regrets it. I feel like he's saying, I've done what I've done. I've messed up. I'm just going to push forward with things. I just want to see. He's saying, I messed up. I messed up, right? I need time out. Okay. And I feel like he's just gonna keep on the track that he's on. I just want to see if he's got if he wants to return. He does want to message you. He does want to message you. Okay, so let's just summarize here. What happened is he was using deception in his life. He felt he had options. He wanted to go off and enjoy those options. And now he's regretting it because he's out in the cold with you. And he wants to come forward and message you. And he's hoping that the storm has passed. And certainly feels like the storm has passed for him. And he recognises that you had this beautiful, when you came together, you had this beautiful celebration. And he wants to approach you in a very logical way, but he knows that's not the best language, and he has a lot of sexual feelings towards you, and he wants to come forward, he wants to kiss you, he's missing your kisses, but in doing so it means that he's cheating, and potentially this was always a third party situation anyway, and he wants that summer rain just to come in and heal everything. And he's saying, hey, look, you know, we were a couple and I want to come forward, but you've put a boundary in with him. You're saying, no, I'm not doing that. And he said, yeah, I did go off foolishly and I was naive, and now I'm in a really difficult position and I don't know if I can hold this position anymore. You know, the position he's put himself in. I just want to see if he genuinely wants to return, or if he's just sort of, sorry about the wobbly table, if he genuinely wants to return, or if he's just wishing he could, but he's just going to stay on his own path now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's watching you on social media and he's really feels sad about this. Is he going to step forward? Is he going to step forward? He's just trying to be strong at the moment, okay? Although you may think like he's really strong and he doesn't care about you. He's saying, I'm just staying strong at the moment. I'm looking for the right time to come forward to you. He's just saying, like, I know you were trying to offer me the cup of love to bring stability in my life and I couldn't take it. And at the moment, I'm just not willing to see my part in this. I do regret the situation, but I'm just obstinately not willing to look at the situation. And I am looking at my options just now. Why is he looking at all his options? What would prevent him to choose you? Oh, we've got it again. We just keep getting them. Look, duplicate. Twice you've got he's looking at his options. Twice you've got he is just not willing. He knows the situation. He knows the beautiful you. He's totally regretting the situation, but he's just not willing to look at his part in this. He's just not willing to face it. Even though he feels out in the cold with you, even though he's missing you on social media, even though he wishes things would just heal, even though he wants to kiss you, even though he wants to come forward. I just feel like this is a very confused man. This is a very confused man. I just feel it's very confused. He's very confused. He's trying to look at things in a new perspective. I think he's just trying to get his head around. And I just really want to ask, is he taking any responsibility for this situation? Is he taking any responsibility for this situation? What does he want to say about that? Is he taking any responsibility for the situation? Is he taking any responsibility? Just bear with me a second. Let me just have a look at this. Yeah, I feel like he has these two aspects about him. He's, in one way, he's very mature. No, this is what he's saying. He's saying, look, in one way I'm really mature and, you know, I'm sort of like, I'm like fire that comes into your life, you know, I'm exciting and I'm, you know, adventurous and, you know, I like to live life to the full. In one way, I have a lot of stability, but you can see it's in reverse. And he says, and that can get out of control sometimes, you know, and then I cause disruption in people's lives. And then he says, but I have this other side, this young, wild part of me, which is, I find it hard to tame that side of me. And he says, I do take responsibility, some responsibility, although it's hard for me. And he said, I just want us to go to calmer waters. You know, I do feel protective over you. Even if I'm not coming forward at the moment, I have a feeling like I just want to protect you. I just want to, I want to look after you. But I also feel like he's saying, but I've got other responsibilities, which is difficult for me. Yeah. He says, I've got other responsibilities as well that I need to focus on. And this is why he's not coming forward at the moment. He wants to. So I know maybe it's not the reading. What I'm feeling with this reading is that all the ingredients are there for a relationship. But on one side, you've put a boundary in, and the other side, he's more in his head about thinking about what he'd like to do, rather than actually taking action to do it. There might be a message coming in here. But he is thinking about you. And, you know, there are things that he wants to say to you. You know, he wants to say to you, I desire you. You know, I want to make love to you. I want to kiss you, you know. I want to be with you, even if it means being deceptive. I want things to heal between us. I really hope this storm between us has passed. He wants to say to you, it was beautiful in the beginning, really, really beautiful in the beginning. But I know that you've put a boundary up with me, and I miss you, and I'm looking at you on social media, and I can see the beauty. I can see how unique you are. And he's saying he's heartbroken at the moment. He's heartbroken at the moment. Okay, so that's the reading for number 2, and I hope that helped you. And it was my pleasure to do that for you. Very interesting reading. So let's go to the next reading. So this is for people in pile number 3. And the question was, what does he want to say to you? So we've got Backstabber, the Chariot, Judgment, King of Pentacles reverse, 2 of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Okay. What does he want to say to you? Let me just get clarity on this card here, on the Backstabber. Let's see what he wants to say. Let's just get clarity on that card. Let's just get clarity on that card. Let's just get clarity on that card. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So it starts off with the Backstabber card, and what he's saying is, I feel you stabbed me in the back, okay? I feel that you stabbed me in the back, but I also know that I stabbed you in the back, okay? And he's saying that he knows that you're moving away from him. He's saying, I know that you're moving away from me. I know that you have a spiritual part of you. I know there's distance between us. Even if you're in the same town, he's saying, I know there's distance between us. I know that you can be successful without me. I know that there's distance, yeah, so there's distance, maybe there's a distance in different countries, different cultures, different towns, and even if you're in the same town, there's just this distance, and he's saying, I know you're going to move away from me. And he says, I feel your judgment, and I feel your judgment is correct of me. I feel your judgment. I know you're going to judge me for my actions, and I know that your judgment is correct. I know that you see what I truly am, and I know that you see the darker side of me as well. And he's sort of saying, it's not a problem that you see him, it's just that not many people really see that side of him, and he's aware that you are, that you can see it. And he's saying, I'm angry with you because I feel like you stabbed me in the back. And he's saying that he fully knows that he's done the same to you. And he's saying, I know that I just want to keep, he's saying, I just want to keep my emotions very close to my chest just now, you know, and I'm also trying to sort out financial things just now. And I just want to keep that myself very close down. But I do miss you. I do feel a great sense of loss, not having you in my life. And there was love there. See the 2 cups? He's saying there was love there. And he says, I'm looking at you. You know, I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about the decisions I've made. When the moon comes out, I think about you. And I think about the beauty. See the butterflies? I think about the beauty of you. And he says, but I can't look to the future just now. I can't look to the future. I can't make decisions about the future just now. It's natural for me to look to the future, but I can't look to the future just now because I'm just juggling too many things. I'm just juggling too many financial things at the moment. And he's saying, I've made investments in my life that I'm waiting to reap the rewards of that. And he says, and I also invested in you. Yeah, I also invested in you. He says, I feel I put a lot into you and I just had to wait so long to get something back. So I'm going to expand on this, okay? And he's saying, but I'd love to come forward and message you because I still desire you. I still think that you're a beautiful person, physically beautiful, sexually beautiful. I just really still really desire you. But see, he's looking at you, and it ends here. See these 2 cards, right? Okay, and he's just got all this stuff in the middle. Let's go to the backstabbing. Let's just see why he thinks that. So, what does he want to say about the backstabbing? Where does that come from? Okay. Why does he feel that? Why does he feel that? Okay. Right, let's have a look here. So he feels that you stabbed him in the back, and it doesn't mean that it's actually true. It's just a feeling that he has. Let me just move these up here a little bit. Can you see this? It's really important that you see this. Okay, let's pop that down there. Okay, what he's saying is, let's just move these up. Up. What he's saying is that I feel you stabbed me in the back because I really loved you. I really loved you. And he's saying that when you came into his life, you changed his world, you changed the direction of his life. And he's saying, can you see the arrow here? He's saying, I really loved you, but you became unavailable to me. I didn't feel that you were unavailable to me. He didn't feel like you were available to him sexually. Now, there could be a lot of reasons for that. Right, let me just see if I can get the message from him. He's kind of saying that what he felt was that you started to pull away from him. Okay, that this wheel turned and he really loved you and he saw you as a really loving woman, but it kind of turned and he felt like you closed down and you pulled away from him, and he felt like he couldn't approach you, and you weren't available sexually to him. But I feel like you didn't do that. I don't feel that's the story, that's his perception. I just want to ask him, like, does he realise that he withdrew from you first? Does he realise that he withdrew from you first? Yeah. Yeah, he's saying that yeah, he's just feeling like there's a lot of competition with you. Okay, so he started to get jealous. He started to get jealous. And he started to think about, or try to make a decision about his present and his future. And he wanted cooperation with you. He wanted cooperation with you. I don't think he's really seeing that he may have caused you to be unavailable. Because this card is not a woman who's saying, don't touch me. This is a woman that's actually quite fearful to expose herself. So I'm just going to ask the cards. Who pulled away first? There's a lot of sexual energy here. Who pulled away first? It's a difficult one. It's a little bit complicated. He felt that you were unavailable. I'm feeling that you only withdrew because he did. And he's saying, I had so much sexual energy for you and I gave you so much. I gave you everything that I could give you. And that's why he thinks that you're a backstabber. He feels like you weren't grateful. But I don't think that's the case. Can you tell me if she was grateful? Yeah. No, I've got the answer here. Bear with me a second. Let's just see if I can find the card for you. I don't know if I can find it. Can't find the cards this morning. It's funny, I can't find the card. Okay, what actually happened is that even though he feels that you were a backstabber, you were absolutely fair and just all the time, absolutely. He just had a perception of that. And the reason that you withdrew yourself is because you were heartbroken. You were heartbroken mentally, physically, and emotionally. You were heartbroken. So you withdrew yourself, and he saw that as you withdrawing from him. I feel like there's been some confusion between the two of you. I feel like what's happened, I feel like I feel like you think he withdrew from you, and he feels you withdrew from him, and then you both ended up feeling this way about each other. Let me just take 2 seconds to summarise. So just to summarise, because it's quite a complicated reading, and so this is what he's saying. I feel that you stabbed me in the back, and I know that I stabbed you in the back. And I feel that you're pulling away from me and that you can just leave at a moment's notice, and I don't have any control over that. And I also know that you're going to judge me for my actions, and I know that that judgment is true. I know that you're accurate in your judgment. I know you see me for who I really am. I feel naked in front of you. And he's saying, sorry, I keep going to the, he's saying, I just want to keep my emotions to myself at the moment, and I want to sort out my finances here. And he's saying, I do see you, you know, I would love to have I love to clear things up between us. But I do think about you, and I see that beautiful soft side of you, and I really would love to come in and message you. And he might actually message you. He says, but I've got all this to sort out. I can't look to the future. I'm juggling too many things, and I've invested in too many things, and I have to reap the rewards here. And he says that, you know, I miss you. I miss the loss, and I feel like I gave you everything that I could give you. I gave you all my passion. I gave you all my worldly goods. And he says, but for some reason you became unavailable to me. You became unavailable to me, but I can see now that we were both worried about coming forward. We were both worried about coming forward. Just want to get more clarity on this. Could you just clarify the backstabbing, please? Could you just clarify the backstabbing? Just want to know if it was verbal or a situation, or both parties felt like each other turned on each other. Just want to get some clarity. I just had a message. He's like, I do know that you're a fair person. He's saying, I do know that you're a fair and decent person. Even though I felt that, I do know that you're a fair and decent person. Yeah, he just felt that you changed from this to this loving person, and then to this sort of cold person. It's just, wow, it's just heartbreak. Like, he's just, he just felt heartbroken. He just felt, during this, whatever this was, he just felt a lot of heartbreak. He felt a lot of heartbreak about the situation. And you've felt a lot of heartbreak. I just want to see, is this anything to do with mirroring? Are they mirroring? I just want to see if they're mirroring. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You pulled away. You pulled away because you became this woman with the swords around her, because you thought he was doing online stuff. And then he saw you pull away, and he felt that you had backstabbed him by withdrawing yourself, because he feels like he gave you everything, all the passion and all his worldly goods. And that's what's happened. Okay, I'm in an intrigue. Are they going to resolve? Are they going to resolve? Does he want to resolve? Does he want to resolve? Does he want to resolve? What's his final word? What does he finally want to say to you? What does he want to say about the situation? Too many cards. What does he want to say about the situation? He's saying that, it's come out twice here. He's saying that at the moment I want to keep my emotions close to my chest. And I also am trying to sort out a financial situation as well. And he's saying that to him, he's saying, you are a prize though. To me, you are something that I want to hold on to. You are something that I see like a bit like a jewel. And I really would love to give you a gift. I really would love to come forward and give you a gift. I want to give you something to heal the situation. I want to hold on to you. I don't want to let you go. There's something important that I want to put in my nest, as it were. You know, you're precious. You're very, very precious. And this is his last word. This is his last word on this at the moment. He wants to give you something. He wants to give you something abundant. And at the same time, he's trying to build his own abundance. But you are a precious jewel to him. And that's what he wants to tell you. But it's not an easy situation here. Not an easy situation. Okay. So anyway, that's what he wants to say to you just now. So I hope you enjoyed that reading, and I hope it resonated, and if so, I would love you to leave a comment. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and it's lots of love and kisses from Italy. Okay. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao.